Good morning, students. Myself, Atul Kumar. I will teach you 6th class chemistry, and we are going to discuss chapter 6 in that, and the topic is air. So, we will do the revision of this chapter. So, as you know, air we need, like as we need food, water, clothes, same like that, we need air also. Air is also necessary for our survival, for our life. Any organism, whether it is plant or animal, so either we are also there, human being cannot live without air. So nature has given us this resource in huge amount. The earth is surrounded by a blanket of air, and we called it as a atmosphere. So the topics that we will discuss in these chapters are, so as you can see the content here. So first we will discuss the presence of air, then what is air made up of, then air is a mixture, then all living things require air, and the last we will be discussing, that is other important uses of air. So we'll start with the first one, that is the presence of air. So as you can see, air is invisible. Invisible means we cannot see that, but present all around us. Even wherever we are sitting, we are walking, or we are sitting at our house or inside the room, everywhere air is used to be present, but we are not able to see with our eyes. Okay, so it fill all those space which are not occupied by anything else. Okay, so like one example we can take here. As you can see here, the two images of two beak, these are the beaker, one is this, another one is this one beaker. So here you can see one in, they have put the glass in that, and inside this beaker the water is there. So what happened, you can see the way how they have put this one glass in the beaker and the other one also, and here you can see the bubbles is coming out of that. So what is the reason? Like invert an empty glass and push it into a bucket, or you can have any like beaker, so containing water. So as you can see here in this beaker the water is present, so no water will enter the tablet. Okay, so no water will enter in the glass. Now you will find bubbles coming out of the glass and the water entering it. Okay, so here you can see, as I told, bubbles are here, so you will see the bubbles are coming out and the water is entering it. So this is how the water can be seen, as the same example is in your class also, in your topic also. So that is related to an empty tumbler is filled with the air. So what happened, you can see that the glass was filled with air, and when you tilt the glass, the air inside it found its way out in the form of bubbles. Okay, so air, you can see simple way, one glass you have taken, if the glass is empty, so inside that empty glass the water, without water means it is empty, so inside that empty glass air is present. When you will put the water inside of that glass, so air will come out of that glass. So same thing they are saying, that's why they are showing the bubbles of air when they are putting the empty glass inside the water. Okay, so next is, what is air made up of? So as you can see here, example I have given here. So air, as you know, air is made up of matter. First thing is that, and other thing you know very well, that it occupies space and it has mass. So as you can see, one example here I have given, these are the two balloons, these are fully filled with air. Another one you can see, one side it is filled, another one is not filled with the air. So as you can see, make a weighing scale, suspend a ruler from a stick tied around it in the middle. So in the middle you will tie it, like as you are doing the measuring here. So hang two similar balloon at two end of the ruler. So two balloon you will put on both side of the ruler, one is this, another one is your this balloon. Okay, so adjust the position of the balloon in such a way that the ruler is horizontal. Okay, so it should be kept in a horizontal way. Now you can see the mark the position of the balloon and remove one of them. Okay, so what we will do, from these two balloons you will take one out, and after that you will just take out the air of that. Okay, as in the starting you can see they have equal weight, though it is not bending to any one side, equal it is showing the ratio. Now inflate it, tie it with mouth and place it back in the position. Okay, so you have taken its air now out and you can see the bending. So it is bending toward the other side now because the weight is going to be more to this side, or you can say the weight is more in which the air is filled, the balloon which is containing the air. So this is the difference here. You can see easily, you can identify that. Now next is air is a mixture. So air is a mixture. You can see air is not a single gas, but a mixture of gases. Okay, different types of gases are present in that. Important component of air are oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and water vapor. Then in that, as there are four components of air are there. So in that, this oxygen and nitrogen are the elements, while your carbon dioxide and water vapor are compounds. Next, as you can see, they are all colorless gas. So air is invisible and they have no smell either. Next, you can see here the composition of air, how much it used to be present. Okay, like in that you can see nitrogen is 78%, then your oxygen is 21%, then your carbon dioxide it is 0.03 to 0.04%, then inert gas that is 0.9%, and water varies, then dust particle also varies, and the other impurities also varies. So here also you can see in the figure also 21% is oxygen, nitrogen is 78%, then other gases is only 1%. Now next is all living things require air. So all living things require energy for all their life process. Okay, so as you can see, life process like for doing respiration or photosynthesis. So plant make food by a process known as photosynthesis, while the energy derived from the food by a process, so that process is known as your respiration. Beside the protein that we get from plant and animals help build our own protein level. Okay, so now in detail we will study about that is about the photosynthesis. So plant make food using the carbon dioxide of air and the moisture of soil in the presence of sunlight. As you know very well, you may have studied this topic in biology also. Then a green substance called chlorophyll is present in the leaf of plant. So what this chlorophyll does, so this chlorophyll trap energy from sunlight and make it available for making food. Then by complex process, glucose is converted into other sugars, starch, and more complicated substances. So you can see the sun is there, the sun rays are falling directly on the leaf part, and here is the carbon dioxide plus water, then it will gives out, that is your carbohydrate and the oxygen. So plant store food in the form of starch and some other substance. Animal obtain sugars, starch, and other substance from the plant. Now this was about the photosynthesis. Next is respiration. So the oxygen of inhaled air chemically react with glucose and get converted into your carbon dioxide, water, and release energy. Then the energy released during respiration is used for life process. So what happened during respiration? The glucose is broken down to carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Next, as you know, plant also respire. The starch they make break down to glucose. So during respiration, so as I told, glucose will broke down to CO2, you can say carbon dioxide, then water, and in the form of energy. So the energy release is used for the life process of the plant. Next is the other important uses of air. So these are the 5 factors. First one we will discuss, that is regulating temperature. So the air absorb a lot of heat of the sun during the day. Had it not done so, the earth would have become too hot to sustain life. It also trapped the heat by the earth at night, and this prevent the night from becoming too cold. So this was, as you can see, regulating temperature means changes is occurring in the temperature, like as we go to according to the season. So like as summer season, winter season, the temperature is like in summer it is so much hot, while in winter season it is so much cold. Then next is hearing. So we can hear one another only because there is air between us. If the two persons are talking, like what I say with my mouth and the other person what he is listening, so we used to say that he listen with the ear, but in that between two us the air is also present. Okay, so that air is there, and which make it invisible, which due to which the person is able to hear that word. So what happen when we speak, the air vibrate. So this vibration make our eardrum vibrate, and so we can hear each other. So this is the process how the hearing process take place. Now next is the compressed air. So as you know, compressed air is used for inflating tires. You can say like for filling air in the balloon, for filling air in the tires of your vehicle, bike, scooters, car is there, so many. Okay, then it is also used in sprayer also. Then next is as a source of some gases. So like nitrogen is the gas and is obtained from the air only. Then it is used in making fertilizers like your urea and ammonium sulfate. Then argon and some other gases are also obtained from air. Then the last is about the wind. As you can see here, the picture also I have shown the windmill picture. So there are numerous way in which the wind help us. In different way the wind used to help us, like cloud move with the wind, thus the wind helps bring rain to different places. The wind disperses the seed and also the pollen of the flower of many plants. Then the sailboat use the energy of wind. Then wind also help us in winnowing of the food grain. Then windmill use the power of the wind to generate electricity. A windmill has blade which rotate due to the force of the wind. Then the movement of this blade help turn the rotor of a generator which produce electricity. The advantage of windmill is that one does not have to use fuel to run it. Okay, so without fuel, like as for running the vehicle we need the fuel, but for the windmill we don't want the fuel, is not required. Okay, so this much only in this chapter, student. Thank you, students.